Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Daily Crypto News. As you guys know, I'm vibing, just here to give you guys a little bit of the news that we find, day to day. Hope you guys been enjoying the content. As always, you guys know I'm one of the admins over here at BigONE Exchange as well as Asia Blockcast community. And then I got my guy, Mr. Crypto Beast with me, aka Mr. Crypto Beast.
Hey, how are you? It's Scott Tripp here. Just want to say hello to you guys. It's nice to see you guys all again and back to episodes again, Monday through Friday. We had the weekend off, but I'm really excited to be back in this space with you guys and really be able to talk about the news again.
Oh yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and kick it off. One of the hot topics today, as you guys know, Squid Games. Amazing show. But kind of like this show, the token did the same thing. It was like only one person survived and everybody else kind of got killed or rug.
The owner.
Yeah. So I think they were reportedly, not even I think they made off about 2.5 million from that contract. The developer hasn't been much said outside of that, but it was said from like the beginning when people were buying there, they weren't able to make any withdrawals. So super tough situation there.
Yeah, definitely. And it's absolutely crazy. Like from what I understand, I think you were talking about it earlier, they pulled out like 98 or 99% of the liquidity right out of the project and left. We kind of were discussing that for a few days before it happened, that we realized that that was probably potentially a pull, or I was on TikTok and different things I'm working on as of late. So, but I find it interesting, like people don't do their research or their due diligence when it comes to these meme tokens. And Andy really tells you that it's hugely important for you to look at the developers and look at what they're doing or what the token's about, because he vetted this project and there was a vote on if the project was going to go through, and nobody actually voted to actually do an AMA on that project. So that just shows you that they knew ahead of time that this potentially was a rug pull. So it speaks volumes. The people that are in the industry realize that projects like this are typically that, and they won't do anything to endorse it. So definitely know the groups that you're going to reach out to or look into. Like even go into the group Vibin's an administrator in Asia Blockcast community, or Asian blockchain community. It's definitely worth it on Telegram to just sit in that group and learn. They're all about teaching you and they're super friendly. And it's the same thing with BigONE. We're willing to teach you and willing to take the time to help you learn about that stuff. And I think it's hugely important. So
and then the funny thing is, it's like you gotta think about it, because the thing that a lot of people were looking at, this brought in a lot of new investors, and where those investors hear this from? They heard it on CNBC. They had it on there. Even CoinMarketCap had gave them a shout at one point. But so a lot of people were just going in this blind just off of the hype, right? And that's where you got to be careful. That's why these projects are considered your meme token projects, because they don't stand for utility, right? They're just riding a hype wave. So when you do these, or you look at these type of tokens, just make sure you do your due diligence. Just don't go by the name. The name could be cool, but if the developer has a shady past or he doesn't even have a past, that's shady. So you got to just be careful, and definitely always do your due diligence. But what you got today, Scott?
I was gonna say, it's just like all these Halloween tokens that suddenly popped up in the
oh my god, yeah, man,
you can't
pumpkin it up, pumpkin it up. I'm surprised nobody did like the pumpkin latte spice, like the pumpkin spice latte token, and then try to center it around Starbucks. But let me not say that before somebody starts one.
Okay. And then here I'm going to show you an article on this here. Burger King serves up free crypto with a meal purchase. For the next 3 weeks, Burger King can enjoy a side of BTC, ETH, or Doge with their Whopper. And what they just said down here was actually that from November 1st through November 21st, Burger King customers in the United States who spend $5 or more will be given free cryptocurrency, primarily in the form of Dogecoin, the company announced on Monday. A few lucky customers will have the opportunity to win a whole Bitcoin or Ethereum. Users must register with Robinhood Crypto to receive the reward. But that just shows you like the power of cryptocurrency right now and marketing. Like obviously Robinhood is teaming up with Burger King right now to um, get the word out for cryptocurrency. I'm going to kind of be curious when Shiba is going to end up there, because I have a feeling that might be coming in the near future.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool, you know, like for them to be doing that and partnering up. And but again, I would never. I don't know why they imply Bitcoin, right? Because like, who in their right mind is gonna, you know, use any Bitcoin at Burger King? But I mean, I guess that's good for, you know, foreign countries and you know, if they're adopting that currency. I guess that is good. I didn't think about it on that side, but you know, just for us here in the States, I can never imagine using any Bitcoin for
They
a Burger King purchase.
they say the total prize pool is 2 million Doge, 20 Bitcoins or BTC, and 200 ETH.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's enough for a few people for sure. Like if it's an ETH person, that's 200 people winning, and that's 20 people potentially winning a Bitcoin. So I mean, show up every day and buy yourself a Whopper and get a little bit chubby and get some crypto at the same time.
Yeah, man, I can't imagine. I haven't had Burger King in ages, but it's good. I mean, that just shows you the power of crypto right now, because you have all these big companies jumping in now, and they feel like they're getting lost in time. It's like, all right, what can we do? Well, they can't. They are not going to change their menu, right? They've been serving the same menu for, you know, 30, 40 years. So they're not, maybe a little different sauce, another patty or some shit like that. But overall, nothing much changes. So the only thing they can do is adopt to the times and try to go with the digital currency. So that's going to be interesting. They're going to end up paying people in Litecoin at Burger King at their employees or something.
I feel like I got jacked out of this though. Being in Canada, you just not even having the opportunity of winning some Doge or some Bitcoin.
All right, so
Or you,
another good topic today I wanted to go into. You guys know I've been bullish on PolkaDot. You can tell by the background. It's one of my favorite tokens. I don't like calling it a token. Sorry, it's one of my favorite projects. It's like a great ecosystem that they're building over there. And I think right now, you know, it's a great time to see these parachains come to life, because they're almost getting to a point where people thought they were going to be outdated with the bridges that, you know, other companies are building and stuff like that. So today, PolkaDot actually went over the all-time high. So that was really cool. I think right now it's up on the day, probably about 17%. Yeah, so about 17% on the day. So that's pretty cool. So it's going to be cool to see more of the institutional money roll in here soon before the parachains start, because right now a lot of the institutional monies are tied up in the metaverse, because the metaverse soaking up a lot of that attention in gaming tokens. So I'm going to be still bullish on PolkaDot. And it was also a tweet that came out today. PolkaDot tweeted, the motion to enable parachain registration and crowd loans has passed PolkaDot's council and gone to a public referendum. So if passed, parachain teams will be able to register parachain and open their crowd loans on November the 4th.
that's
and that is good.
Quick. Fast.
That's gonna be really freaking cool.
3 days.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited. I'm super bullish. And hope everybody's ready. You know, like I think all season is going to be here. Bitcoin dominance is going down, but we'll talk about that a little bit later in the forecast.
Yeah, for sure. And then the next article, I'll just share my screen again here, because this is some pretty big news that I felt was coming for a little while. I kind of was hearing rumors and stuff, but it's nice to finally see. Amazon job posting hints companies' web services are preparing to adopt crypto. The prospective employee would encourage those in senior positions at major companies to consider adopting cryptocurrencies, central bank digital currencies, stable coins, security-backed tokens, asset-backed tokens, and non-fungible tokens. So according to a Saturday job posting, Amazon Web Services New York office is hiring a financial service specialist who understands the overall market, basically, with experience in blockchain and distributed ledger technology. The company said the position would work with regulators, financial institutions, and capital market operators to explore how they might benefit from digital asset adoption. So that's pretty incredible. There has been all these rumors kind of swirling around that could potentially happen, and I'm excited that that's actually looking like it might be a thing. I mean, with adoption or not with it, well, yeah, with adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, we need to see big companies like Amazon actually grab onto them. So I'm super excited, and like you say, that just makes me a little bit more bullish as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's kind of funny, like I've like I know a couple of people who actually work at Amazon, and they're really big into crypto. Like they pool together, like the employees pool together money and buy into like SHIB and some of the other tokens out there, and it's like they're thinking forward, right? And like somebody's giving them that vision over there at Amazon. So I think it's really cool to see them pushing, man, like and building blockchain and just hopefully they do it the right way. Like I think one day we'll have like a decentralized type of exchange and type of market place where you could actually shop and not have to deal with all the ads and stuff like that. But still good to see Amazon getting involved as well.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so my last topic for today is going to be something cool and close to home for Andy, but it's Singapore has grand ambitions to become a global crypto hub. So their monetary, the director of the monetary authority, he said that they weren't going to have any force crypto out of Singapore. They're going to actually welcome it, but they are going to be trying to put strong regulations in place to ensure that everything stays intact. So that's going to be really big in Singapore, and it's good to see them leading innovation because it is one of the strongest or one of the meccas for financial institutions and financial literacy is in Singapore. So it's just good to see countries keep adopting it and pushing forward.
And they do have the right person living in Singapore right now to run that regulation side of things. Obviously, I'm just saying Andy Lin would probably be one of the best governmental people to run blockchain and cryptocurrency. If they're not already talking to him, who really knows?
Yeah, man. He would definitely be he would be great there. Like I would love to go there and see him on the board. Just leading the way for 3.0 and that the 3.0 is kind of like in a sense, like that's gonna be like the third generation in my mind. Like I think so. Like it's gonna be cool. I think they want to be one of the leaders. If you've ever been to Singapore, that it's very, very well modern. It's very, very up to date. So I like that they want to push that and lead the way.
Yeah, definitely. And then here I'll show my next article here. I found this interesting. I think you did too as well. Give me 1 second. I'll pop her up on the screen here. NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers will accept part of his $22 million salary in Bitcoin. So he's actually teamed up with Cash App to take a portion of his salary in Bitcoin. To make Bitcoin more accessible to my fans, he's giving out a total of 1 million Bitcoin now too as well. So that's impressive, and he's a strong believer in it. They say his total salary would be worth 368 Bitcoin or BTC, or almost 369, at a price of 60,636 at the time of publication. I'm impressed with that he's just taken a portion of that. Even just a portion is going to make him a big player in Bitcoin when he's taken that Bitcoin on. And I mean, the more names of these people that you see coming out with big salaries that are taking up the Bitcoin, the more we're going to see less and less of it on the market. And of course, that's going to be driving up that price of Bitcoin as well. That's the other part of it, right? When you have big players like that buying up the Bitcoin, it's definitely going to impact everything. There's no doubt.
Well, yeah, and then he's getting paid part of his salary in Bitcoin. Those owners, they have these ties to the owners of Cash App. They have these ties to these financial markets. So they already are around people who already probably hodl Bitcoin. Like the smart money was there 10 years ago. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the game moves forward and how sports moves forward with players going out and wanting to accept Bitcoin. I know Tom Brady did the same as well, along with a couple of other players. And then recently Tom Brady actually gave that fan the Bitcoin for his 600th touchdown. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we go forward. And, and when these players start getting paid in Bitcoin, that's gonna really bring amongst a mass adoption, because kids idol, that sports players and role models in a sense. So it's gonna be a good time for Bitcoin, and I think for all the cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
But
definitely, for sure.
that's I'm excited. It's gonna be a good one, man. People accepting currency. I mean, accepting their payments in Bitcoin, especially that
Yeah.
kind of money.
Amazon, we got the big players in football and everything starting to do it. So let's see some NBA players go in there too. When we see those
Yeah,
guys start going
soccer.
in,
Let's do the soccer and baseball. Those guys get
soccer,
paid.
their
They get
wages
paid the
are
most.
huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. They would eat up that 22% that's left, or 18%, or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
All right. So to wind down, you guys know we like to do the forecast. I like to go over the coin market cap and take a look at the chart for the total crypto market. I think when we left on Friday, we were around 2.4 to 2.6 trillion. Weekend didn't really do much, but we got a couple nice pushes on some of the metaverse projects. So we've seen a surge in the market, brought the market cap up to 2.643 right now. Bitcoin dominance is down to 43.6. Usually it was around 44 all last week. We kept talking about it's going to go down. 41 is that number that we're going to be looking for on that dominance chart to really see these alts start, going parabolic. When you're talking about 1% of dominance from Bitcoin, that's a beast. That's a big market. The market cap's over $1 trillion. So that's going to be great for that. ETH is 19.4, so that's up a little bit from where it was last week. Last week it was around 18. So it's good to see that the smart contracts are pushing, and people are buying stuff on the metaverse, and we're driving that crypto market back up. But excited to see what's going to go on this week. I think the first 2 weeks of November will definitely be a up Denver in my opinion. But and then also, guys, make sure you go over to BigONE Exchange. Make sure you register. They're giving away, I think it's 2,000 in SHIB or 3,000 in SHIB.
I have to just confirm and see. Give me 1 second.
Maybe it's 1,000.
I know it's a good amount of money. I think you're right on the larger amount, but of course I'm in the wrong browser to see. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you in just a second here.
Bear with us. Of course, I bring it up and didn't have the article in front of me because I used my phone to record, but
that's okay though. That's what it's about, right?
Oh yeah.
BigONE, $3,000 in SHIB airdrops. So you are correct on the larger amount, which is great.
Hey.
Like, just
the way you look shocked, you look shocked. So I had to double check the information. You was like $3,000. Like I didn't see that.
It's just a good amount of money. But on top of that, then we have PolkaDot too. We're about to do their swap. So that's going to be crazy. Like BigONE's doing some big power play moves with some of the biggest tokens. So yeah,
building for the future, man. So as always, guys, we appreciate you tuning in with us. Catch us again here tomorrow. As you guys know, we are on Monday through Friday. Always come by and see us, and we'll give you the best what we got in the news today.
Have a wonderful day, you guys. We'll talk to you
next
soon.
time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Peace. Red light, green light, Squid Game red. Stop.